Around the corner, local health officials say it's time to start thinking about vaccines.
That includes a new COVID booster that will soon be available and is expected to protect against a new strain of the virus now called Eris or EG5. We took our questions to UW Medical Center pulmonologist Dr. Vin Gupta for answers. What's causing this uptick with coronavirus again right now?
In the case of this subvariant, COVID Eris, what we're seeing really pop up across the world is it's becoming more transmissible. It's stickier, that if you inhale it in the air, if you get even quick exposure, say a few minutes to somebody who's infected, through mutation, it's become a lot more infectious, much more contagious.
Is there a worry that we may return to those moments that we experienced during the height of the pandemic?
Am I worried that in certain pockets we're going to see hospitals get overwhelmed because of COVID, potentially because of flu and RSV, all these viruses that are now out there? Yes, I am. Do I think it's going to be to the level of March of 2020? Unlikely. However, we are living in a really uncertain time.
Is it time we dig out those masks, some of us, and try those again?
You know, I don't know why this has become such a controversial topic, seemingly random, and makes no sense to me as a pulmonologist, especially if you're a higher risk from a medical standpoint, if you're on dialysis, if you have type 2 diabetes, if you're on cancer chemotherapy. You should be masking up even if you're going to the grocery store. That's my view. That's just the world that we live in today. But even if you're perfectly healthy, why not avoid getting sick if you can avoid it?
3 viruses, flu, RSV, COVID. How should we get vaccinated for these 3 viruses?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that because this is a source of confusion now. If you're 60 years of age or older, or if you're somebody that classifies as medically higher risk, I personally believe you are eligible for the RSV vaccine now, which is good because then you can allow your body to have a little bit of time before you get COVID and flu vaccines. Okay to get them both at the same time, but I would recommend making sure you plan for it early October at the latest. Influenza and coronavirus are 2 of the most changeable viruses that is known to exist, and that's why vaccines are so important.
Now, the good news is the new strain EG5 is considered less lethal than the early strains of the virus. A reminder, the CDC says vaccinated people can still become infected and have the potential to spread the virus to others, although at much lower rates than unvaccinated people. Also, one concern that Dr. Gupta had was the booster rates. In Washington state and across the country, less than 40% of Americans are up to date on their boosters or vaccines. A big concern for Dr. Gupta.
Frankly, there's a lot of people who have kind of lost track of how many boosters have they gotten, when was the last time they got one, so it's a good reminder.
Yep, absolutely. It is that time of year again.